This is MRLJ ball pythons. It's a couple weeks into 2022, so I figured I'd go over holdbacks from last year. We already have 3 clutches for 22 out. They're in the incubator now, cooking, so we're going to go over holdbacks from the 21 season. Clutch number 1 from the 21 season, I ended up getting 8 slugs in the first clutch because I was using some new males and they didn't get the deed done. So we're going to take a look at clutch number 2. We had 3 holdbacks. The pairing was supposed to be my pastel xanthic TSK line to a pastel het TSK. And I contacted the breeder I got the female from, and he had mentioned that he had put her to a pastel desert ghost before I got her. And what we got, because we didn't hit a single xanthic in the clutch, which was unusual, but the first one we got, which is 210201, was a nice super pastel. So this girl is possibly 100% het desert ghost, 50% het TSK, or she is 100% het TSK. We got 7 eggs in this clutch. Well, there were 9 eggs. 2 of them did not make it, so we got 7 healthy babies out of it. And every single one of them ended up being pastel. This is another holdback girl there. I still have four boys available. I held 1 back. I kept the 2 girls for obvious reasons. Hopefully we can hit the double recessive if we get lucky. This is 210205. And these things are growing great. Let's see, that was from April is when these hatched. So that's the first 3 from clutch 2 that I held back. Next up, we have the VPI leopard, and we found out and confirmed that he was cypress also het pied to a het pied female. So the first girl that I held back, and she's in shed right now, is a leopard cypress, 100% het VPI, 66% het pied. I wish she wasn't in shed because she has a really bright white spot right there that I thought she was pied when she was in the egg, and then when she came out, found out that she was not pied. But I'm pretty sure she will prove out. So that'll be my lightning pied maker. And then the next girl I kept from that clutch is the one that proved out the cypress. And she is absolutely gorgeous. One of my favorites from that clutch. That was 2103.07. And then we move on to clutch 4, which I only held one back from. This was Banana to Super Disco Extreme Gene. And I actually hit a world's first on this clutch. This is a Disco Extreme Gene Banana. And for comparison's sake, I have a Disco Banana male to compare him with. This is a straight Disco Banana. That is a huge difference. That was 2104.05. And then I lent a breeder female out. It was a Fire Hidden Gene Woma Granite to a normal that I had let my rat breeders use. And I wound up with this beautiful girl, who's also in shed. And she is extremely bright. And what we have here is a Fire Hidden Gene Woma possible granite. I can't wait to start putting some recessives to her. Next up we have clutch number 5, which was a really funky clutch because I put my Fire Enchi to a pastel, hoping to get Firefly Enchis. I didn't get any of those. I didn't get any pastel Enchis, but I guess one day this is a Fire Enchi. One day I accidentally slipped my VPI leopard cypress male in there, and I didn't find out until I cut the clutch. And you can go back and look at the video to see that. But I did manage to get a pastel leopard cypress. I also managed to get a pastel leopard who's in shed. So these were awesome surprises in that clutch. Both 100% VPI, 50% het pied. And then we have clutch 6, which was my pastel TSK to a spider. I did manage to hit the bumblebee, but it was a male. So I have a bumblebee male het TSK, and then I got this wonderful, nice, super clean spider. 100% het TSK female. No dots in the alien heads. Which I can't wait to start putting into some stuff. And start producing some zebra bees and some killer zebra bees. And then going crazy with the leopard and the lesser. Clutch 7 was a double het to double het, and I did not keep anything back because I did not hit on the visual. Those were lavender snows, and they all sold. Clutch number 8, I was trying to reproduce the father, and I ended up getting a female. Pastel, 50% VPI. But it's a weird, funky pastel compared to the rest of my pastel that I have. Because the rest of my pastel that I have, like, here's a het TSK to compare it to. That's a big difference. And even those pastel girls that I showed from Clutch 2 earlier, granted they're a little older, that's a big difference in color. So I'm really hoping to make some pretty cool xanthics with that girl. And then we have the last clutch of the season, which was a genetic stripe female to a kingpin het VPI male. And this one was ridiculous because we ended up hitting twins on it and 4 genetic stripes, which I couldn't believe. And we found out Dad was also carrying pastel. Because I'm pretty sure that's a pastel genetic stripe. Only 2 of these females survived. I did get males in the clutch, so it ended up not being a Partho clutch, which was great news. I'm only holding one back, this one here. They haven't even had their first meals yet. But that was it for the 21 season. And that was 9 pairings. Lots of healthy babies. Couple unfortunate happenings with some eggs. And then this year we've got 24 pairings going. So we will have a lot of visual recessive this year, hopefully. On the 21st, I will be cutting, more than likely, my GHI to GHI clutch. So hopefully we can get some super GHI in here and put it to some of the recessive girls and get some good stuff going. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one.